Imagine this. The best pasta sauce you have ever tasted sits abandoned on a plate. Wasted sauce. That is a tragedy. If only you had used Barilla al Bronzo pasta. Its bronze-cut texture holds your sauce and scoops up every last drop. The Italians call that scarpetta. Capture sauce the Italian way. Barilla al Bronzo. Click or tap the banner to find out more.
The following is a Red Apple Podcast Network presentation.
They say this is a big rich town. I just come from the poet's part. Bright light, city life, I gotta make it.
Welcome to Dominic Carter's podcast. This is Dominic Carter's City Hall. Now, here's Dominic Carter.
Dominic Carter, Red Apple Podcast, Talk Radio 77 WABC. You can listen to me on the radio Monday through Friday, midnight to 1 a.m. Midnight to 1 a.m. I am coming to you from the great state of Rhode Island, celebrating the holidays with my daughter, Courtney. I hope you are celebrating the holidays as well. The January 6th committee could not end its work soon enough. Really, at the end of the day, it was nothing but a highly partisan activity that continues to split the country in half. Sure, they made sure the headlines were there, issuing criminal referrals for former President Donald Trump, as stated by Chair Congressman Benny Thompson of Mississippi.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it.
Sounds great, but as the elderly lady said in that highly successful television commercial years ago, where's the beef? This was grandstanding. This was posturing. And such a prosecution is still ultimately up to the Justice Department. The Justice Department will never get the conviction. The actions of Mr. Trump January 6th were not his finest hour. But the truth is, he did nothing criminal there. The feds know that. They are the ones that will have to prove such a case. Chair Thompson continued.
To cast a vote in the United States is an act of faith and hope. When we drop that ballot in the ballot box, we expect the people named on the ballot are going to uphold their end of the deal. The winner swears an oath and upholds it. Those who come up short ultimately accept the results and abide by the rule of law. That faith in our system is the foundation of American democracy. If the faith is broken, so is our democracy. Donald Trump broke that faith.
And here was Liz Cheney.
Among the most shameful of this committee's findings was that President Trump sat in the dining room off the Oval Office watching the violent riot at the Capitol on television. For hours, he would not issue a public statement instructing his supporters to disperse and leave the Capitol, despite urgent pleas from his White House staff and dozens of others to do so.
I hear the rhetoric, but it bears repeating. At the end of the day, I do not see the feds bringing criminal charges against Mr. Trump. Talk about 15 minutes of fame being over. The feds did indict Bling Bishop Lamar Whitehead on fraud and extortion charges. The Brooklyn-based Bishop Whitehead became known nationally this summer after getting robbed during a live-streamed church service. Let's put it this way. The good bishop is known for living a lifestyle of complete luxury, wearing designer names, driving some of the best cars money can buy. Here is some advice, Bishop. When the feds come, it's for real. Of course, Bishop Whitehead says he's not guilty, as he declared in an Instagram post.
As you guys know, and the media let you guys know, I was arrested yesterday. And just because you are arrested doesn't make you guilty. It's the way of the world. And we live in a place called America, and you are innocent till proven guilty. So I wanted to come on today to express to everyone that's been asking questions and interviews and things that, all the requests, some questions that you guys are asking me. First of all, I want to say that I'm not guilty. I want to make that clear, y'all. That's why I have a smile on my face. I'm in amazing spirit.
The feds say Whitehead not only lied to the FBI, but in one scheme allegedly convinced one of his church members to invest approximately $90,000 of her retirement savings. This was done with the promise that the bishop would help her find a home and use some of the money to invest in his real estate businesses. Instead, Whitehead used the money for himself, according to the indictment against him. So again, the bishop vows he's not guilty. He wants all of us to give him an opportunity.
And I'm just asking you guys, don't make the same mistake that you made when my church was robbed. The world went against me. You guys, the media, social media, you guys turned me from a victim to a villain. And everybody said I set up the robbery. Everybody, they was 1,000% sure. They was 1,000% sure that I set up the robbery. And then when they caught, the 2 out of the 3 of the men that robbed my church, everybody got quiet. I need y'all to give me an opportunity.
Choice Hotels get you more for your money so you can maximize any road trip. Let's get real close to hear the maximum sizzle of Comfort Inn's free hot breakfast. Maximized. Check into more. Book direct to choicehotels.com.
Tick tock, tick tock. Your 15 minutes of fame, Bishop Whitehead, are just about over. Here is another situation where we can talk about nerve and insulting our intelligence, insulting American citizens. Let me make sure I got this right. New Yorkers are looking at cuts in core services because the city of New York used taxpayer dollars to take care of migrants arriving here on buses. There is still the issue of paying the bill for all the migrants that have been sent to New York. In our last podcast, we told you about how Mayor Adams sent a $1 billion bill to the feds. There are reports Washington will come through with New York City receiving the bulk of $800 million, as Mayor Adams issues dire warnings of cuts to core services for New Yorkers like the NYPD.
It is alarming. It is. I mean, this, and New Yorkers need to be aware of what we are up against. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to give the impression that this new influx is not going to impact our basic services. And so when you say which service, look at every service we provide. Every service we provide is going to be impacted by the influx of migrants in our city. It's going to impact education. It's going to impact the dollars we're using to clean our streets. It's going to impact our public safety. It's going to impact our helping those long-term New Yorkers who are in need. Every service, if you look down the list of services, I have to now go back to the drawing board, already multi-billion dollars in deficit because of the pandemic. I have to return to the drawing board and now reconfigure every service we're providing in the city based on what is about to happen to this city.
And we conclude with a tremendous positive. thank you to the owner-operators of WABC, John and Margot Katsimatidis. Mr. Katsimatidis recently appeared on Fox 5 Good Day New York television, making a donation of food to help New Yorkers during the holidays.
Well, we'd like to make a difference, especially this time of the year being Christmas and holiday season, and there are so many people in need. What's gone through between COVID, the pandemic, and the poor people and middle class got poorer in the last year and a half, 2 years, and we got to help whenever we can help.
And you're helping in a big way today, though.
Well, we're helping as much as we can. I know that it's important. We're going to be giving you $10,000 between Gristedes and D'Agostino, $10,000 in product, and we might arrange to buy it wholesale from Goya, because Goya has some great products.
Yes, we see we got their trucks out here too.
And have them deliver again in the end of next week or the middle of next week.
Oh, nice.
On the products that you really need. So in other words, you tell us you need beans, we'll get you beans. You tell us you need, rice, we'll get you rice. And that's the important thing, is to coordinate the needs of what you need for your people, and we'll get it delivered.
Again, thank you, John and Margot Katsimatidis, for all you do to help others. That concludes this episode. I want to thank you folks for joining us. If you are interested in my book on my life growing up in New York City and overcoming numerous obstacles, the book is titled No Mama's Boy, and it will be personally signed for you by me. Or if you're interested in my bobblehead doll, you can go to my website, DominicCarterOnline.com, or one word, DominicCarterOnline.com. You can catch me on 77 WABC weeknights, midnight to 1 a.m., midnight to 1 a.m. Go check out the Dominic Carter merchandise at the 77 WABC store, from Dominic Carter t-shirts to hats and much more. Go to WABCRadiostore.com. Dominic Carter, Red Apple Podcasts, Talk Radio 77 WABC.
Dominic Carter Socials on Twitter at Dominic TV and Facebook and Instagram. Dominic Carter TV. Email at dominic.carter@wabcradio.com. Until the next episode, be well. And as Dominic always says, stay positive. The glass is always half full, never half empty. Dominic Carter City Hall.